Ready to serve, my lord.
Hey, Briarstone, thanks very much for the host. Welcome to all the viewers. Right, the Burkers still really don't like me, so I need to not touch them for a while. The lesser nobles are okay, but I'm going to be relying on the lesser nobles to cover me if the greaters try anything. Like, none of the nobles are particularly happy, but I think these two are basically content. But yeah, you're kind of pissy. Now, what does this do to my corruption? Still going up. It's 19% and still going up. Arrgh! The Pope alone has the power to appoint new cardinals, and by tradition most popes did so early in their papacies. Encourage him to appoint only worthy men, or suggest a few names. So I want Narbonne to be on the papal thingy, because now I have 5 and everyone else only has 1. And there is still almost nobody on the papal thingy. Thing comes in. I'll take the prestige. Right, Avignon. Avignon could definitely do with liking me a bit more. So we're going to go ahead and improve relations. We could get the Pope to steer trade to me, which, weirdly enough, increases their relations with us, which I always thought was a bit bizarre. Papal consistory meets just the one. I want to be retaining that power! Trade power. Local trade power is up, so they do gain. So this is not in the France node. This is in the West Med. Thriving merchant community. Well, if I tell them to steer trade, then they will help me steering trade to France. I would, however, like their trade power. I think I'd rather their local trade. Cool. And now I think I'm going to keep the money in case we have uprisings or anything, though I've still not seen any, like, rebellions appear in this game. I suspect that those are tied to the estates, and I don't think I've pissed any of the estates off enough for that to happen. But if it was going to happen, it would be like now, because especially with the Burkers. Though that said, I would also very much like to have a military advisor. Yeah, we're falling behind in technology. I could request another papal legate. I think we have the influence for it, although I will actually do this twice to make sure. 3 times. To make sure I stay ahead. There we go. Yeah, I think we can still afford a legate. And this should give us an advisor who's half the price. If this could be a stability guy, that would be amazing. Papal legate summoned to Paris. Ask for an experienced bishop, so we can get an admin cost guy. National unrest, missionary strength, Diplo, improve. Cleric. Where can I see your cost? Ah, you're the half price. So unrest, missionary strength, tolerance of heretics, missionary strength versus heretics, down. I guess that is mostly for just admin. Land maintenance modifier would help with the amount of money I'm spending, especially because I'm always drilling. Fort defense and siege ability would also be nice for just holding on to territory. Prestige from battles is nice because that actually increases morale and trade. And Diplo, in which we're just behind. National tax and trade modifier would be quite nice. I think I'm going to throw the dice here. I'm going to grab these guys. So much for not spending much money. But I'm actually still drilling. And we have the cash available. Manpower is low. That could definitely do with being higher. So, we're going to be in for a couple of years of peace, I think. 100 Years' War is certainly not over. But we did really quite humble England there. So I'm very happy with that outcome. Is England still maintaining a silly number of mercenaries? No, they've got rid of them all. They still have a standing army of 10,000. But then again, my standing army is now 6. And considering how reliant I am on estates compared to them, I'm okay with this. I could still raise another cavalry as well, actually. I've not been told that I can't. And we're going to be recovering devastation and the like. Although, it's really not very high. No, there's a couple of places. I would like to have a look at my court to see if my additional extensive funding is helping at all. It's still going down. How much money do you need to pour into this thing? I'll give you another 5 ducats a month. A year. Oh god, a month would be horrible. And I guess it's going to be the same thing with my education. Still going down. How's that going to impact my finances? Not well. 19 ducats. Ugh. Ottomans gain diplomatic insult on France. You know what? Doing something to contain the Ottomans at this early stage would sound to be a fantastic plan. Call Crusade. There's Volt. Still making money, so I could still raise court levels if I wanted. How are these guys looking? Lesser nobles are really feeling impugned upon. Why? Because I've not done anything bad against you. -3 and -3. Your annual income's gone up. So why am I getting a -3? So is yours. I mean, it's not as high as it was 3 years ago. But it's massively higher compared to last year. Your influence is down. Ish. Still need to check out the Burkhas as well. Not really improving anywhere. Tell you it takes quite a bit of time to recover manpower. Yeah, I'd noticed this. So it's a good thing that I'm going to have a nice long truce with the English. 1399, that's another 8 years. Castile are the dangerous ones, they're the ones who could come after me. I'm going to improve relations with them, I know we're mutual rivals. And if they do come after me, I am allied with Aragon, so most of the fighting will be in Aragon's territory. And I'm fairly confident I can raise a larger army than they. Though they have a larger standing army. But they're kind of similar to England in that way. Their centralisation is just better. Actually, speaking of centralisation, my autonomy should be falling. So the amount of money I'm earning should be going up. How is my centralisation doing? We're at 20. Okay. Monthly autonomy change, minus 0.12. There we go. I did want to have a look around at these autonomies. Significant expansion of local autonomy, greater nobles, 0.15. Yeah, that's a pretty effective counter. Also the communication efficiency. So what about up here? Ah, here it is going down. Yeah, so it's going down in actually quite a few places. Ooh, speaking of which, I can probably core a few more. Do it. Is there anywhere where it says an overall? Yeah, there it is. 1.18. So that autonomy is going up. That's actually going down slightly. That's going down slightly. That one's going down. So yeah, autonomy is going down everywhere, really. One or two places is not, but I think that's the places where I just conquered. Where autonomy was already, I think, lower. So that's probably why my estates are getting a bit pissy, because they're getting weaker. I'm okay with this. L'état c'est moi. Power should be concentrated with me. Venice is getting free money. Non-enforcement of ordinances. This is autonomy in Xantone. Oh, is this paused or is this not paused? I have no idea. It is laggy as hell. Xantongi. There we go. Your autonomy is currently going up, so go ahead and have some more. I don't care. It's going to go up anyway. Sir Drakal, thank you very much for the follow. My spy in England was discovered, alas. But we do have a advisor in every slot, which we haven't had before. We're still earning money, which is very nice. But all of their loyalty is going down. I think the Spurket's going up. No. Alright, lesser nobles. What privileges do you have? Not that I can do anything about it just yet. So you do have low tax exemption, okay. That's an increase to your influence. There's the autonomy. Major expansion of local autonomy. So I really need to get rid of the autonomy for the majors and the lessers. That's where I'm losing a lot. But it's fine. We are in recovery mode right now. You're not drilling. Oh, you have no general. Oh, that's why I'm not losing any money. Ah. Right, now I'm going to be losing money. Then again, maybe not. Not earning a lot, but hey, it's positive. As long as I don't get any more renovation events. God, that was annoying. That was so annoying. Actually, speaking of events, how's my integration going? Okay, so apparently the process ended, but it did not finish. Like, you are still a vassal. You've just been somewhat assimilated. subjects. It is well known that our subjects are some of the most content and loyal in the world. To drive a wedge between us and them is thankfully virtually impossible, and as such, it does reflect well on our nation. Diplo rep, Diplo annexation cost. We're not really doing that, so I'm going to take the Diplo power so that I can make sure that I stay at least somewhat relevant technologically. Wait, this goes all the way up to steam and ironclads? What year does this end? That's got to be later than 1821. I'm getting conflicting reports here. 1890, 1856? That's a big difference. Corruption is still going up. Come on. I'm doing everything I can at the moment to curtail the rights of my nobility. How is my education in court going? You are still going down. Well, actually, that's just in the last year. I don't know for sure that that's this year. Right, your change has gone down quite substantially. I think that was 0.8, much like the universities. So if that's gone from 8 to 6, I need to increase my funding quite a lot more. So we're going to go with another 5 for you. And I think another 5 for the education too. Because I really want these guys to start recovering. Increase. Papal state, improve relations, done. Recall. Good. So the Pope still likes me. Though we do have some other people competing for the Curia, which is totally unacceptable. I want to make sure I stay in about 70%, although this is the lowest influence that I've had for a long time. That's just not right. That's because this hasn't rebalanced. There it goes. Just pour money into it. If only I had said money to pour, then yes. Unfortunately, I do not have said money to pour. I have a fairly large balance right now, but that's only because I sucked England dry. Who's actually doing best in terms of income? That's kind of interesting. England is still ahead of me. Arrgh. England, do you have any loans? You do. I think you have 5. Yeah, it's 0.02 per. So 0.1 equals 5. Those would be the loans that I forced them to take out. Also, those loans are going to be sodding expensive. Considering it's an 8% interest rate. Yeah, demanding money in a peace deal is actually really, really damaging now. Because not only do they not have the money, they also then need to repay those loans. Now, did I demand reparations from anyone? I did. Brittany. Which expires in... oh, 7 years. We've got time. I don't have anyone improving relations with my own subjects. That's not acceptable. How's the improved relations with Castile going? 61. It's never going to be positive, but at least we can make it far less likely that they'll join wars against us. Wait, power projection gives morale? Has that always been true? Am I centralizing? I certainly am. You can't actually see it there, but I am. There you go. Yearly centralization, 0.4. I'd very much like to have some more stability increase interval reductions as well, considering we're negative right now. But that's less of a concern. Oh dear. Whoa, whoa, stop. A new plague. A new sickness has overtaken the people of Cairo. Cairo is not trading directly with me. However, there are some things we can do about this. Somewhere. Is it a decision? Monarchy, appropriate church property, establish a new state. How can you do this? Subjugate, construction, mission trees, centralize, budget, trade city, spice trade, weather, special, church influence, piety. Wow, we are really not very pious. Papal authority, however, is going up. New vassal policy. I need to take a look at that. I'm curious. Vassal integration process is affected by being centralized. Vassal of related culture. Admin tech. Have money coining act policy available. No. Development over 200. Being decentralized. Okay, so this is positive. This is negative. Artois assimilation complete, which means what? Meet with the Duke of Artois? I'm going to pause here and save, because I have no idea what that means. I was kind of hoping that 100% assimilation would just be boom, annexed, but that didn't happen. Come on. Still 50 years away from the beginning of EU4 vanilla. Right, let's have a word. Factors currently influencing the simulation. Negotiate a tighter bond? We can now request its diplomatic annexation. That's what I thought. Need to centralize your nation to at least 40. Once the assimilation process is over, you still need a minimum of 10 years of vassalization. Which I think they've had. Doesn't say. This is where you can reduce the time needed to assimilate. Yeah, but they're already 100% assimilated. So I guess I do need that centralization before I can actually do anything more. I can just be... Don't know. It's kind of unfortunate that Artois is just the one province minor. If I'd been doing this to Anjou or Burgundy, that would have been even better. Burgundy especially, as they do control some of the Channel trade node. Am I really earning that much money? No. No, I am not. Artois is a pretty good province. Yeah, that's true. And they are actually in that same trade node, so that's, yeah, good. Centralization. Current change is 0.03. Okay, so autonomy there is going down. That's good. I think generally throughout the nation autonomy is going down. Having reduced the nobles' autonomy was a huge, huge, huge decision. But they're all getting a little bit pissed off with me as a result. Right, court. 0.05 still. Education. 0.08 still. But I don't know if that's including that extra funding or not. It's really difficult to judge if this is going up or down. Because I don't know if it resets like instantly or if it's literally last year it did this. And I'm not entirely sure how much more I can really afford to pour into there. I mean, admittedly, I'm still losing 10% of my income to construction costs. I'm kind of curious how much money is in there now. Probably quite a lot. No calculations, only once a year-ish. Yeah, that's what I assumed. So it's really difficult to know if the extra 15 ducats a year that I'm putting in there is having any impact or not. Would be nice to be able to force a recalculation. Could do with more universities. I don't know if I can even build them. Construction. Local university. Yes, I could. Yearly maintenance 1.5. So I basically paid for 10 universities in terms of funding. Requires a town hall. There are a lot of places that don't have a town hall, but there are a lot of places that already have one. And I've actually got a fair number of universities already. Never realised. Paris could actually upgrade to a world famous. Although it would cost me a small fortune to do. So let's skip that for the time being. Petition for redress. Peasants typically had no voice. Greater nobles lose loyalty. 6 peasants rise up in vexing. Very well. Where are you vexing me? There. Bring in the troops. So 1st of March, I'll need to deny. Oh, crap.